In this video, we're going to talk about how to study for an exam in any subject. Please note, we have another video that we've already made about what to do the day of the exam, during the exam, and after your exam. So please make sure you watch that after this video. But this video is going to focus on what you can do leading up to the days before your exam to be ready. The best thing you can do from the first day of the term is to regularly work on the material. This means do all of your homework on a regular basis and get help on problems that you don't understand right away. Take good notes and make sure you actually review them on a regular basis, not just right before the exam or quiz. One great way to review new material is to create flashcards over any new concepts as you learn them. You can even do these digitally so you always have them on you. Preparing for an exam takes time. You need to practice, but spread your learning out a little each day. Just like an athlete spreads out their practice schedule over many days, your brain is a muscle, and just like an athlete's body, you can only handle so much exercise at a time, so your brain can only handle a limited amount of exercise on one subject at a time. That is why cramming doesn't work in the long run. Studies have shown that your brain needs time to retain the information you're practicing. Not only does cramming not give you enough time to learn the material, but it may put you into panic mode and thus create unnecessary anxiety. Use your homework, notes, quizzes, and old exams to help you study. But remember, simply rereading these is only passive studying. You need to be active. Paper to pencil practice in order to be properly prepared is key. The best way to study for an exam is to study for conceptual mastery. Don't gamble on what specific problem might be on the exam. Try to master all of them. It's common for students to say, "I get it while doing the homework, but I just blank on the exam." When we master something, we minimize the possibility of an anxiety reaction, which blocks your brain's newly built connections. Just doing homework is not enough. You need to continue to practice and review it to be fully prepared. While practicing, try to mimic what will be your testing environment. Don't have music on or have your phone nearby. Set a timer, not to test your speed, but to get used to being under a time restraint. Don't have the answer key and notes nearby, and block any websites or apps that will do the problems for you. Note that you fully mastered a topic when you can clearly and correctly explain that topic to someone else. You can explain that topic to anyone, a friend, classmate, or anyone that'll listen. If no one is around to explain it to, use recall. Recall involves looking away from your work and trying to recall the main ideas from within yourself. You are really just testing your understanding to see if you can explain it to yourself, and this helps solidify the material in your brain. You should be able to do any homework problem from any section and answer the question unprompted. That means no notes, no books, no websites, and no worked out homework problems available. Also, try alternating with different types of problems. This teaches you both how and when to use the technique. Treat it as if you were sitting alone taking an exam. If you find problems you can't do in this fashion, you need to study more. Those questions may very well be on the test. Don't gamble with what might be on the exam. Master everything. You've mastered the material when you actually truly learn the concepts. To memorize all the material and processes presented in a class is next to impossible, but to understand the concepts is absolutely possible. It's more valuable towards your success in your future classes to understand instead of memorize. With understanding, you'll actually be able to retain and apply the information. This means that concepts move from your short-term memory to your long-term memory. You should aim to get a personal understanding of why things work the way they do. And as a final takeaway, preparing for an exam does take time and a lot of practice. You may need to make some tweaks along the way. Just remember, it's okay to ask for help, and you're not alone. You can do this.